White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders is really having a bad few weeks. And things didn't get any better on Monday during the White House press briefing when she was speaking with CNN's Jim Acosta about her constant and Donald Trump's constant accusations that that network and many other networks are completely fake news. The exchange seemed to get a little bit heated there for a few seconds, with Huckabee Sanders lashing out both at Acosta and other people in the room. So take a look and see exactly what happened to Huckabee Sanders on Monday.
Any misinformation like that very seriously, but it's not something we're comparing the two on. Jim?
And I would just say, Sarah, that journalists make honest mistakes, and that doesn't make them fake news. But the question that I have...
When journalists make honest mistakes, they should own up to them. Sometimes. And a lot of times you don't. But there's a difference. There's a very big, I'm sorry, I'm not finished. There's a very big difference between making honest mistakes and purposefully misleading the American people, something that happens regularly. You can't say, I'm not done. You cannot say, that it's an honest mistake when you're purposely putting out information that you know to be false, or when you're taking information that hasn't been validated, that hasn't been offered any credibility, and that has been continually denied by a number of people, including people with direct knowledge of an instance. This is something I'm speaking about the number of reports that have taken place over the last couple of weeks. I'm simply stating that there should be a certain level of responsibility in that process.
This was not...
Brian, I called on Jim.
This is not the line of questioning that I was going down, but can you cite a specific story that you say is intentionally false, that was intentionally put out there to mislead the American people?
Sure. The ABC report by Brian Ross, I think that was pretty misleading to the American people, and I think that it's very telling that that individual had to be suspended because of that reporting. I think that shows that the network took it seriously and recognized that it was a problem.
Sarah,
Jim?
If I may, though, I was going to ask a question about something
Well,
else.
you used it on something else.
Sarah,
Jim?
if I may...
Sarah,
Not
it's...
yet. Keep moving, guys.
If I can ask about the
other
President's accusations...
I'm moving
that
to a
have been
different
leveled
Jim,
against
I'm
them.
sorry.
I know, but I didn't get a chance to ask the question that I wanted to ask, which is...
Jim.
Can you just say once and for all whether these
Jim, I'm going to say once and
accusations-
for all that I'm moving on to Jim Stinson, and I'm not taking another question from you at this point.
I was
Sarah, a question about
respond
investment-
to your attacks on the
investment
media,
taxes.
If that's okay. I would like to ask the question that I had about these accusations of misconduct against the president. You said that he's denied them. Can you say whether or not they are false?
I'm not
That's
going
all
to
I'm
respond
asking.
to that
You're
question.
not
Go
going
ahead, Jim.
Some investors are saying the tax.
All right, first and foremost, she absolutely contradicts herself in that clip. She says that these people pushing out fake news, pushing out these stories, need to be held accountable. Something has to be done. Well, guess what? Brian Ross, the guy you cited, and then later admitted that ABC News did the right thing, you started by saying you're pissed off that they're not doing the right thing, then you later admitted that they're doing the right thing. And as for that CNN report that all the Trump family and everybody have been jumping on saying, see, this is proof that it's fake news, they got one thing wrong in the story: the date of a tweet. That didn't change the facts of any of the rest of the story. One thing was wrong. It was the date of the tweet. They issued a correction. They apologized for it, and they moved on with their lives because that's what news outlets are supposed to do. No, news outlets do not get it right 100% of the time. So when they get it wrong, they come out and they issue a correction. They say, we're sorry, we got it wrong, we didn't quite verify this, somebody jumped the gun on it, something slipped through the cracks, we screwed up, our bad. That doesn't mean that everything the network says is fake. That doesn't mean that everybody at that network is a corrupt crony trying to take down Donald Trump. It means they're human beings. Everybody screws up. And yeah, we got to demand a highly accountable media. I understand that, and we should. We have to. We need it for this country to function. But to say that everything is now fake news because Washington Post got the date of a tweet wrong, that's pathetic. And your reaction to the people in that room is becoming more and more combative and hostile each passing day. There's going to come a time when you're going to walk in that room and nobody's going to be there because nobody wants to listen to your BS anymore, Sarah. You've got to calm it down, tone it down, stop lashing out at these people who are literally just trying to do their job. And their job is to get honest answers from you. And if you're unwilling to do that, if you keep feeding them lies every single day, then you can't be pissed off when they report something that happens to be untrue based off information that you give them. If you want honesty from the media, you and your boss and everybody else in that White House has to start being honest too. I don't think any of us are going to hold our breath waiting for that to happen. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see here on Ring of Fire, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. You can see the little subscribe button down there, but if you're watching it on another device where you can't see it, go to youtube.com/TheRingOfFire, hit subscribe, be notified every time we get a new video.